This is Rio Grande City. And I'm planning to make a left in a few minutes and check out the old historic fort. These old brick buildings are charming. And if you think on it, it's hard to believe the area was crawling with military 100 years ago. Let's go right through and past these air-conditioned units. Wow. It definitely looks like a military place. These units creates all this annoying noise. And in the 1800s, of course, they didn't have it, so it was totally quiet. But people have options today. They can turn on an air condition and cool down the room. By the way, I had to go back and film these yellow flowers. Isn't that pretty? I can't believe I drove all the way to this fort to see such a beauty. Okay, now we can continue. Wow. What is this? A military restroom? I think it's just a storage room, honestly. And they just put in a dead loo in this space. They also had horses in the mid 1800s, and this area would have smelled a lot. All these horses did stuff on the grass, and you could feel it. Now everything is gasoline. And we can feel that too, but in a totally different way. Let's go down here. They built it mostly with bricks, but they also used a lot of wood. But you have to maintain, a building like this, otherwise it's just falling apart. But it can be done if you put in some money to it. I am gravitating up closer to this white building. And before I'm up there, I have to cross this dry land. Whew. It is sweaty. The building behind this sign is called the Robert E. Lee House. It was built in 1848 as the home of the commander or commanding officer at this post. And Robert E. Lee, he lived here in the 1860s. Just a year before the Civil War broke out. This is really cool. Robert E. Lee. His house when he was stationed at this fort. Let's see. Yeah, we can go in. Wow. Of course, the house was built at the absolute best spot. I will walk around it. From this location, you can see the entire fort or main area of the fort. Not bad. I wish I had a house like this. Wow. You can sit on the porch looking at these beautiful flowers all day long. All right, let's go up the stairs. If you were the commander, you had a nice place. You could sit down and enjoy your day, while the soldiers down on the main area had to exercise. And you could smoke a cigar and maybe even enjoy a glass of cognac. Well, I'm just enjoying the view. Robert E. Lee was also a hero for many people in the Confederate States, and they are really sad he lost the war. That's for sure. Can you imagine if they won? This country would have been totally different. Well, that's how it goes. From these windows, he could see everything happening down at the main area. And this is supposed to be, I think, a map of Texas. We say goodbye to the Robert E. Lee House. Let's go up to the next one. This is also a nice building right next to the main house. I'm just trying to figure out what they used it for. There are no windows. They broke it. And we have glass on the ground. It's too bad. The swimming pool is totally empty, except from some gunky rainwater. My God, that looks like a sewer. But it was probably nice when it was new. This is also an interesting building, and one more, and even more in the back of these two. But as you can see, they have seen better days. It's too bad they are falling apart, because it's part of this history, the Rio Grande Valley history. And because the city, the Rio Grande City, was like the last outpost, this fort really made a difference to the area for security and all that stuff. And now we have nukes, so we don't need a fort. We can take out any country anytime, just pressing a button. It's so silly. It says maintenance office. I don't know if that's original from the 1800s or if it's a more modern thing. I had a great time coming to Fort Ringgold. Unfortunately, my time is over. The only thing left is to say goodbye to this interesting and historic military fort.